did here, started our fire with primitive methods. And we did it with a flint and steel, charcloth, tried and true method that works every single time. It's just a piece of flint, any kind of stone will work. That's sharp, that'll cause a spark. This is a flint striker that I forged out of an old file. And you just simply put your charcloth on top of it like that. See that spark? You just put that in your tinder. I got tinder from under this bluff where I knew it would be dry. This can be made of wood as well as material, but I want to show you how easy it is to make. Got this fire going. I've got a can here that I drilled a hole in the lid of. You can take any natural material, such as this piece of cotton here, or you can use really light pulpy wood, like you'll find wood that breaks apart like balsa. Same process, just find it out in the woods. Line those two holes up and set it on the fire. We'll be right back. Go ahead. You'll notice, see that fire shooting out of that hole right there? It's taking away everything, but you're going to leave the carbon behind. There's that flame. And in just a moment, we'll come back and you'll notice that that's no longer a flame and it'll just be smoke coming out of there. When that stops, we'll be ready. Be right back with you. Alright, it stopped smoking and fire has stopped coming out of that hole. So that tells me that it's ready. So whether it would be wood that we would make charcoal out of, which would work the same way incidentally, you just place it. Sometimes it's harder to hold it on top of the flint, so you strike it and light the whole can and then put the lid on it and turn it. But what we're going to do now is take it out of the fire. And you don't want to open it even when it gets a little bit cooler, because the air going to it will cause it to ignite. We'll open it up here in just a second and I'll show you what we've got. Okay, we're cooled off. The holes are lined up. That's how the stuff was able to escape out here. See what we got. Will it work? It only took just a minute for that to take place. So let's see here. Got our good flint striker here. Piece of stone underneath it. Look at there. Just that quick. Now, a good striker, and you may say, well, in these modern times, a good ferrule rod would work well. Well, it will, but it will eventually wear out. Get your hands on a good flint striker. If you don't have the ability to forge one yourself, they can be purchased. They're not very expensive. 10 to 25 bucks, something like that. It'll last forever. Forever. And all you need is any kind of a can. Get these cans, candy comes in, whatever. And any material you find out here in the woods, natural material can be charged. Wood, such as this, that would be real kind of light and fluffy, works really well. With the wood, just put it in there, throw your sparks down in there, take a piece of the charcoal out that's lit and start your fire with it. Importantly, put your lid back on and rotate it so the holes aren't lined up, so the rest of it will go out. But it works really well, and it'll work forever. All you got to do is keep up with this can and this, and you can make fire perpetually, and using natural materials. Any kind of cloth in a woodsy environment is good. Our clothes here in this 18th century period are all natural wool or cotton or linen. They do well in the elements for survival. Back then and now, wool has the ability to keep you warm even when it's soaking wet, such as this wool hat. And these things just work really well. So we're up here. Our ancestors trekked into this country. The ones that were French came in early to trade with the Quapaw and the Osage, and this was called the Ozark, which was the northern arc of the Ozark. What's called the Ozarks is Ozark, which is the upper arc of the Arkansas River. The French traded in here for 70, 80 years before anybody else ever showed up, and did quite well. And it's peaceful here now, and it was peaceful here then. And I encourage you to get out into the woods, learn what you can about natural stuff, history, and who we are. And as it says in the scriptures, ask for the old ways, ask for the ancient paths, and walk in them, and you'll find rest for your souls.